Marshall Myers here, and welcome to my May 2021 collection update video. And I actually got a lot of stuff here, as you can see. Plus, also I got a few additional items that I'm going to be showing you at the end of the video. So let's get right to it.
Hello, Detective Banks. I want to play a game.
You should probably run. Hell no. Do you believe in ghosts?
Now, before I get on with the rest of this video, I would like to say, so recently I just got my vaccine shots for this virus, you know, the big virus out there. I'm not sure if you could say the name of the virus here on YouTube anymore, because I've seen some people say it and that. So, but just in case, I will not say the name of this specific virus, because apparently it would lead to misinformation, according to YouTube standards, like seriously, like. But you know, the one that caused this big pandemic and everything, so I got the vaccines for that, and I am now fully vaccinated. So therefore I'm able to go out, do more stuff. I still have to take precautions. My doctors told me I still have to wear the masks and everything, social distance. If I'm going to be watching a movie in the theater, I would have to do a late showing, you know, and sit in the very back, all that stuff. But it's cool, so I'm now able to do more stuff, and that means not only more stuff for me to do, but more stuff for you guys on my channel. And today, I am going to be showcasing you what I got at both of the pawn shops that I typically go to. And I've got a lot of movies here, as you could clearly see, so let's get right into them. Now, I actually did alphabetize these, alphabetical order, and that's the way I'm going to be showcasing you from A to Z. Now, the first movie I got here is one I used to have on Blu-ray, but I traded in for something else, and no, I kind of regret basically getting rid of it. But I saw this at one of the pawn shops I go to, and I decided to pick it up. And that is Army of Darkness on DVD. Now, this is one of the older DVDs of Army of Darkness. I think this DVD was, when did it came out? This DVD came out in 1999. So this is one of the older releases and stuff like that. The version I had was on Blu-ray. It was the Screwhead edition from a while ago. Once I got rid of that, I've still been wanting that back in my collection to complete my Evil Dead film collection. This is the only one of those I got on DVD now. The reason I picked up the DVD instead of a Blu-ray, because I was like, you know what, so the LG 4K TV that is right behind you guys, the thing I watch movies on now more than ever, actually upscales not only Blu-ray to 4K, but also upscales DVDs to 4K. So I'm like, okay, I guess I could start just getting DVDs now, which are actually more inexpensive and that. So that's why sometimes lately you've been seeing me get DVDs lately. I was planning on either getting the Screwhead edition back or the Scream Factory Collector's Edition Blu-ray, but I decided to go with this because it's the least expensive out of them. Still has tons of features here. Army of Darkness. I have actually reviewed this movie. I only reviewed the first Evil Dead and this one, and honestly, this one is my favorite of the Evil Dead movies. Again, I plan on maybe doing a ranking video of those, but to kind of spoil you guys on that, this is my favorite film of them. The next one I got is one I got because I've seen the first film, and I actually reviewed the first film. Which, by the way, for all these reviews I'm mentioning now, I will post them in the description box down below, so you can check out to see what if you guys want to know my thoughts on those certain movies. But yeah, and I had it in my collection before, but then I traded in. That's the case for some of these, so I just picked this up, and that is the collection. So I actually did watch The Collector I think it was October 2019. Yeah, October 2019. And I thought it was okay. I liked it enough to the point where I wanted to see the sequel, The Collection. And apparently they were coming out with a new film, like a third one, called The Collected. which apparently got canned recently. So yeah, but the collection. Don't really know much about it. Like, I don't know a thing about it aside from the fact it is a sequel to The Collector and is written by the same guys who wrote Saw 4, 5, 6, and Saw 3D. Next up is one I got because I've been meaning to get into more of the old classic, you know, movies, more so like during the black and white era. And I picked this up at one of the pawn shops I go to, and it was a pretty good price, and that is the original Creature from the Black Lagoon. The original Creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't know I don't know anything about this movie whatsoever except for design of the creature right there. That's really all I know about it. Plus, I think it actually, like, it's kind of funny too. I picked this up considering it was featured a lot in the film Fade to Black. So, and I reviewed that recently. So yeah, Creature from the Black Lagoon. What more can I say about it? That, well, honestly, not much because I haven't seen the film. So, probably will do a review on this. Like a lot of the films here I got that I haven't seen, I'll most likely do a review for. The next one I got is. I got this mostly because of the directors, and I recently saw on here the actors in this, so I'm actually rather interested, and that is Daybreakers. Now, I used to have this as well, so this is a rebuy or retrade or whatever, but I got it mostly because of the two people who directed, directed by the Spirit Brothers, who directed Jigsaw, which actually Jigsaw is like probably my, if you see my ranking video, you know Jigsaw is my 4th favorite entry in the franchise. So, and I thought they did a good enough job to where I want to see whatever stuff they've done. So I got this, I got Predestination. So yeah, and I heard this one was really good. In fact, I heard this one was better than Jigsaw. So I want to check it out, and then I looked at the cover here and I realized Willem Dafoe's in there, and I like Willem Dafoe. Also, Sam Neill's in it, and I like Sam Neill, so I'm really interested in seeing this movie. I'll, again, more than likely do a review of this, so. Daybreakers also includes a really, I didn't mention that too, but some of the movies I got, like, The Collector comes with a really, well, kind of ugly looking slipcover because it's all aged and that, but it's like, whoop. Now this one has a really nice slipcover because it looks more newer, like it looks brand new actually. Somebody would like buy at Walmart, either they didn't want it or I don't know, but yep. Also like the shine on here, sheen. Okay, the next one I got here, which I was surprised to find at this pawn shop. But to be honest, this specific one, like the owner, she has so much movies. It's like, it's almost like going to a video rental store almost, in regards to how she has it set up, like the layout and everything. And you know, when I go to pawn shops and that, I go through everything, every nook and cranny, and by doing, and I sometimes will take hours. Like when I went here, we spent like about 2 hours at this specific pawn shop. 2 hours. And it was me looking through every single shelf, every single place where she had movies. So, because I did not want to potentially miss something that I really wanted. Or something I might want. Or something that would be cool to add into the collection. So I got this. And that is Dario Argento's Deep Red. Now, I really haven't seen any Italian horror movies. The only one I've seen, which I have yet to review, I feel like I just need to watch it again because my thoughts are just like, when I watch it, I wasn't sure how to feel about the movie. But the movie I watched was Dario Argento's Phenomena with forgot the actress's name, but it stars Donald Pleasance in that, and yeah, so I'm probably going to have to revisit that, and then review it. But I also got this, Deep Red. So, yeah. Deep Red, there's the cover. I really like the cover of this. Oh, and I really love the disc art here. It's all pink and everything. Like, it's almost like purple, like a violet or something. It's pretty cool. Although for a film called Deep Red and has red on the cover, and that you would think the case would also follow suit with red theme, like even if it's a bright red. But I don't know. I was the one who made these. Okay, the next one I got here is one that me and Josh started to watch for my 31 Days of Halloween review series in 2019. We're probably going to have to pick it up again at some point and review it. And that is The Descent. Now, this is yet another one I used to have in the collection. I got rid of it for a trade-in, something I really wanted, so I picked this up. So yeah, The Descent. Not much I could say about the film without spoiling my current thoughts on the movie so far. The next one I got here is one that I haven't seen, but I've heard people say it's really good, and some people say I should check it out, and that is The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I don't really know anything about it, except I know it involves some court case type stuff and everything. Apparently it's pretty good. So yeah. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. The next one I got here is one, okay, a lot of you guys are like, a lot of you people are probably going to be like, how the fuck has he not seen this movie yet? And I'll kind of explain to it a bit in this video. So, and that is The Exorcist. Yeah, I never seen The Exorcist, and it comes with this cool slipcover here. And this is the extended director's cut of The Exorcist. So yeah, I never seen The Exorcist, and the reason for that is because, well, my family's religious background. I am Christian and all that stuff, and so is my family and I. But I love horror movies. I really love horror movies. But this is one that, like, especially my mother, is so, like, and I think it's because she, again, like I said, she was once a babysitter as a teenager. She was babysitting someone and all that stuff, and there was a point in the, like, she was in the bathtub or something like that, and that was back at the time when they, people had bathtubs, like TVs in their bathrooms and that, and The Exorcist popped on. And at the time, too, when The Exorcist was popping on, then all of a sudden, all the power went out. And it was during a scary moment in this film and everything like that. She freaked out, and I think she just kind of had a bit of resentment towards this movie because of all that stuff. And she never allowed me to watch it at all. But, I don't know, I feel like if it's, and again, don't hate on my mom for this or anything like that. She's actually a really nice, kind, caring person. You know, don't hate on her in the comments, but she's like she feels like this movie brings a lot of evil in that, you know, just having the film in the presence of her own home. So I thought maybe it might be fine if I have it in my man cave, which is, you know, again, like, so, where I have all my horror movie stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. It's only like, I think I got it for like $2, although I did for a trade-in. I didn't even pay money for it. But yeah, pretty cool cover art here, although I personally prefer the green design than the red design. Yeah, I really much prefer the green design over the red design here. But it has a cool slipcover, and then has some special features. It only has a commentary by the director, William Friedkin. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's right here, theatrical trailers, TV spot, well, TV and radio spots, and that's it. That's all it includes. And this is the extended version of The Exorcist. So yeah, The Exorcist Extended Director's Cut. Okay, this next one I got here, I saw it and I was like, okay, if I'm going to get The Exorcist, I have to pick this one up too. Considering a lot of people said this was one of the better films in the series, and that is Exorcist 3. Now this is one of those clamshell cases. I need to take the tape off here real quick. I'll do that later. But this is one of those old clamshell cases. I think these were around before these types of DVD cases happened. So this is a very old edition. But yeah, a lot of people seem to really like Exorcist 3, and Brad Dourif's in it, and I like Brad Dourif, and oh, Samuel Jackson's in this? Really? Are you freaking kidding me? If Samuel Jackson's in this movie, that's awesome. And that ties into a movie that me and Josh are going to see next week. We're actually going to go see Spiral from the Book of Saul next week. We're planning on going on next Tuesday, so we will be filming our review of Spiral next week. So yeah, so be sure to look out for that. And afterwards, we do plan on updating my ranking video. It's going to be me and him this time. We're going to rank the movies based on our personal favorites and, you know, our not so much favorites. But yeah, so that'd be really interesting. But anyway, don't really know much about it aside from it's a sequel to The Exorcist, a third installment. Apparently has Samuel Jackson in it. I don't know, because it says. And also it has, like, probably for a lot of people, some of the, like, one of the best jump scares in a horror movie, which I've seen that jump scare, so, which Black Christmas 2019 tried to, you know, copy that one, but yeah, Exorcist 3. The next one I got here, I had this set a long while ago, but I traded in for something. I saw it here, I wanted to grab it because it had one film I did not have of this series, and I'll just get it out of the way. And that is the double feature gift set of Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Now, apparently, wait, it's missing, because it would have come with a booklet. Apparently it doesn't have the booklet, so. But it includes Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Now, I do have the original Ghostbusters on Blu-ray, but since now I have this and my TV could upscale to 4K, I'm probably going to trade in my Blu-ray of Ghostbusters. But, see here, you have the films in this kind of cool case. There's the back. And the special features on here. So the special features on Ghostbusters includes a filmmaker's commentary, deleted scenes, and behind-the-scenes featurettes. Special features on Ghostbusters 2 includes 2 animated episodes of The Real Ghostbusters, which I've never seen the show. If you guys have seen the show, tell me if it's any good, actually. But we have the original Ghostbusters here. It also includes storyboards, deleted scenes. Yeah, I love this movie, Ghostbusters. It's honestly my favorite of the franchise. Again, I've done a ranking video of all the Ghostbusters movies, including the 2016 one. This is by far my favorite one of the series. So, yeah. There's the back. And then here's this one. It kind of has some weird stuff on it. It's just, I don't know. It looks like food, maybe. I'm gonna need to try to somehow get rid of that. But Ghostbusters 2. Now this one says it contains 2 episodes from the animated series. And the episodes it includes is The Real Ghostbuster, Citizen Ghost, and Partner in Slime. Now, if you've seen my review of these movies, and if you've seen my ranking video, you know Ghostbusters 2 is by far my least favorite of these movies. I fucking hate Ghostbusters 2. I hate it. And a lot of people who are hating on the 2016 movie, I honestly would put the 2016 one above this one. I actually thought it was okay. But it still doesn't beat the original movie. not by a long shot. And with the new one, Ghostbusters Afterlife, coming out, I so hope that it's, you know, it's a good one. You know, like maybe probably would end up being the best sequel out of them. Like, and best Ghostbusters movie we gotten since Ghostbusters, the original, since the original Ghostbusters. So, but yeah, the Ghostbusters 1 and 2 double feature. Pretty good. Oh yeah. Except for Ghostbusters 2, that movie fucking sucks. Okay, the next one I got is, again, another thing I had in the man cave, but I just want to trade it in and all that stuff. And that is The Grudge. Well, The Grudge 2, my bad. Yeah, the sticker's kind of covering it too. Grudge 2, never seen any of the Grudge movies, but I got it because I have the first remake of The Grudge. I have The Grudge free, so I wanted to grab this, The Grudge 2, to complete it. A bit of the slipcase a bit broken, which it does include a slipcase. So, there's that. Can't really give too much thoughts on that, because I have yet to see the movie, or any of them. So. Next one I got is one I had because I had the box set to this, but then I got rid of this movie because, you know, it was one of my least favorites at the time. But now it's become not one of my favorite entries in the franchise, but still a pretty good one. Like, I've kind of warmed up to it now, more so. And that is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And, yeah, I like it. It's okay. This is actually the only one of Rob Zombie's movies, and at least in regards to his Halloween movies, I actually do like. Yeah. If you see my updated review, because I reviewed it again for, I guess you could consider that a revisit review, but I reviewed it for its 10-year anniversary, and if you were to compare my first review I did of it, which I did on my webcam and all that stuff, so I was planning on updating my review of it anyway, because my first review looked terrible in regards to that. I have no idea why I filmed on a webcam. Pretty bad decision there, so... but yeah, and I got the theatrical cut, which a lot of people say the theatrical cut is a lot better than the director's cut, so that's why I picked it up. Now, I did have the Halloween 15 disc box set, but I did catch some of them, like some of the movies, because I mean, to be fair, most of these films that were in that box set were just repurposed versions, like repurposed discs of older releases, and the ones I could think of were like of Halloween 2, which was the Scream Factory one, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, Halloween 5 was repurposed from the old Anchor Bay Blu-rays, and yeah, so I kept this, so I got rid of this one, I got rid of Halloween 2, I got rid of, and I got rid of the original Halloween, which I kind of regret doing that. But at least now there's a 4K Blu-ray of that, which I will be picking up. But yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the theatrical cut. And I'm just saying another reason that I picked this up too is because of Danielle Harris. And there's a whole running joke with Josh about Danielle Harris that he's been doing lately. You'll probably see that in some reviews, especially in the reviews that the movies that Danielle Harris is in. So once you see those reviews, you'll probably get blind imaging that. So yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the theatrical cut. The next one I got here is again a film that I've had before and a film that I've watched and reviewed. I love this movie, and just overall so far I'm loving this series, and that is Hatchet, directed by Adam Green and stars Kane Hodder. This movie is just amazing. Like, I really love Hatchet. It's like as it says, old school American horror. It kind of goes back to old school ways of doing things with slasher movies. And even here too, I love this tagline here. It's not a remake, it's not a sequel, and it's not based on a Japanese one. So I love that. I love that. And honestly, Adam Green has become like definitely up there with some of my favorite horror movie directors, like maybe within my top 20. Maybe, and yeah, and like the reason I said kind of bit like, because okay, so the main character in this movie was portrayed by a different was portrayed by a certain actress, and in Hatchet 2 and 3 they replaced her with Danielle Harris. So again, you're going to see a running joke for when me and Josh get to reviewing Hatchet 3. But I really love this franchise so far. I'm really digging it. I hope Hatchet 3 is really good. I hope Victor Crowley is pretty good, although I haven't been hearing great things about Victor Crowley. So yeah, Hatchet. There's only two special features here, which is kind of disappointing, and that is meeting Victor Crowley, meeting Victor Crowley featurette, and then there's just the trailer. So that's a bit disappointing. But at least I have the film now. Now I know there's an unrated director's cut of this movie. I did not got that because this was only the one they had there. So, but I saw it, and this was the only copy that this pawn shop had, and I had to pick it up because I was looking for Hatchet. I was also looking for Trick or Treat, which I was not able to find, unfortunately. Okay, this next one I got here. So, if you remember a while back, I actually picked up the Hills Have Eyes remake from 2006 at one of my pawn shops that I actually got for a pretty good price. I think I might have got it for free, I don't know. But this is the next one. I got it at the other pawn shop I visited, as well, because I visited too. And that is the Hills Have Eyes 2. The remake, the sequel, and this is the unrated edition, which also includes a number of slipcover. So, man, I've been making bank with some of these slipcovers on here. But yeah, so here's it without the slipcover. And I don't really know much about these movies, so I can't really tell you about that. So, yeah. The Hills Have Eyes 2, the remake, which is a remake of The Hills Have Eyes Part 2, but is a sequel to the Hills Have Eyes remake, which is a remake of the original. Oh man, my head's hurting. Okay, this next one I got mostly because of the fact that the people over, the kind folks over at Killer Flicks, I basically asked them, hey, what movies you want me to, basically what are some good horror films that I may not be aware of that you guys want to see me cover on my channel? And this one came up, and that is Innocent Blood. Now, this one came up, and I didn't really know much about it, and now I looked at the cover, and I looked at who directed this. So, it says, from the director of American Werewolf in London. And it says here, the comedy that takes a bite out of crime. So, it is from what I'm guessing, it's a vampire, or something like that. I think it's a vampire comedy, vampire crime comedy, directed by John Landis, and I love American Werewolf in London, so hearing the fact that John Landis directed this, and it's a horror comedy, horror crime comedy, I'm all set. I'm really interested in checking this out, and probably will check it out with Josh too. So yeah, Innocent Blood. And when I get to my review, I will kind of mention, I will give credit to who requested me to review this. Although, if they do not want their name out there, I will blur their names. But still showing they got credit, so yeah, Innocent Blood. I'm excited about this one. Is it any good? Tell me if you guys think it's any good. Because, without spoilers, no spoilers on any of these movies, okay? If I see any spoilers in this in the comments here, or anything I think could be spoilers, your comment will be deleted. Just saying. So yeah, Innocent Blood. Here's the next one I got. Now, again, when you get movies at pawn shops, some of the casing and that may not be in great condition, so I may have to just get another case for this to look more presentable. But this is one me and Joshua had heard about, and he saw the trailer and stuff like that. He's really wanting to watch it, so I decided to pick it up when I saw it, and that is It Follows. the most I know about it is basically, just basically a horror movie, where the killer is basically, in a sense, a STD. So, and I also heard the music sounds very similar to that of John Carpenter's music from the 80s. It's kind of a retro vibe to the film, while still looking modern and clean. I've heard good things about It Follows, so yeah. Plus the trailer looked good, so we'll probably watch it and we'll probably review It Follows. The next one I got, because I do have one of the other films of this series on DVD, and I saw this and I had to pick it up. And that is George A. Romero's Land of the Dead. Now, the other film I have, I think is the one that come out after this, and that is Diary of the Dead. I do not have Survival of the Dead, and also I do not have Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, or Day of the Dead in my collection, but I'll get there to where I have all these Romero Dead movies. So yeah, the only one of those I've seen is of the original Night of the Living Dead, and I love that movie, actually. It's really probably my favorite zombie movie. I cannot be sure, because I'm not a big fan of the zombie subgenre, and honestly, I think it should have died out a while ago. I don't even really care for shows like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. So, yeah, I know it's kind of blasphemy, but yeah. The only thing of The Walking Dead I really ended up liking was I played the Telltale Games Walking Dead series. I at least played the first game, and I really liked the first game. I really liked the first Telltale Walking Dead game. Honestly, I think that shit works better as a video game than it does as like a TV series or movie. But yeah, George Romero's Land of the Dead. I have no thoughts on it because I haven't seen it. So here's the next one I got, and I have seen this movie. Although I'm going to tell you guys what my thoughts are on this movie until I review it. Me and Josh are probably going to review it at some point, and that is Stephen King's Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary, it's a classic for sure. The most I'll say is I like the concepts of Pet Sematary, and that's about it. That's the most I'll say about this movie without giving away any bit of my actual thoughts on this movie. And that is one of my actual thoughts. I think it has interesting concepts and ideas. Pet Sematary, sometimes. Dead is better. Okay, the next one I got here is another one I had. I'm not sure if you're noticing pattern, but most of the movies I've got here as stuff that I used to have in the man cave, and I wanted to rebuy them for the collection. And this one Joshua hasn't seen. He's wanting to check it out, so I got it, and that's the Poltergeist remake. Now, he saw the original Poltergeist last Halloween. We were planning on reviewing it last Halloween, but it didn't really happen, so we're probably going to review it this Halloween. And yeah, so he's wanting to watch the remake and the other films too. And my thoughts are on the other films, the ones I reviewed anyway, is that I thought the second one was okay. There's some interesting stuff and all that, but not bad, but still doesn't beat the original in my opinion. Honestly, I'll get that spoiler thoughts on the movie out of the way. I fucking love the original Poltergeist. So does Joshua. We both fucking love the original Poltergeist. It's the film that introduced me to horror. The original Poltergeist. That was my first horror movie I ever saw. So I have mad respect for the original Poltergeist because of that. And I always have a place for it in my heart. And I just feel like all the films that came out after just never really did the original justice. The second one was okay, it's like, whatever. Poltergeist 3, holy shit, is by far the worst film in the series. No joke. I hate Poltergeist 3. Yeah, and then the remake was, again, okay. I think I like it better than Poltergeist 2. But it's still okay, kind of fall flat. It's just kind of one of those remakes I think probably should have never happened. So, and now apparently we're getting another remake directed by the Russo brothers who did some of the Avengers movies. Hopefully that will be a good one. Because if not, then I may have to take initiative and actually do a good Poltergeist movie. The next one I got here is actually a request by my friend Josh. He's seen this movie, he really likes it, so I'm like, okay. So, and that is Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. Stars Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. I really like this kind of holographic slipcover design here. Which again, another film that has a slipcover. I mean, seriously, man, I've been doing really well with slipcovers this month. But yeah, you pull it out, and it's just basically a non-holographic version of the cover photo. And both the back of this and the slipcover are the same. See? This is the same. Except the front is not holographic like that. But yeah. Sleepy Hollow. I'd never seen Sleepy Hollow, so like this version. So we got 2 more movies in this collection update video, which, by the way, the last 2 are movies also that I originally had in my collection but didn't trade in, so I now want them back just as part of the collection. And both these are movies I reviewed, so, and which, by the way, any of these movies that I've seen I have covered on my channel, I will post the links to the reviews down in the description below so you guys can check them out and see my actual full-on thoughts on these movies. But the second to last one I got here is The Strangers. I thought it was okay. I personally thought it was okay. Nothing too groundbreaking or anything like that. Nothing I'm like, I so fucking love that, but nothing to where I was like, oh, this movie fucking sucks. You know? Just like, okay. Yeah, The Strangers. I have yet to see the sequels, The Strangers, Pray at Night. I've yet to see that. I'll probably have to watch that and review that. So, yeah. And then here is the last one, and this is one I have seen and reviewed, and this was one I used to have. In fact, I actually did have it this whole time. The reason why I rebought it is mostly because the original version I got recently, it only came with the disc. You know, like, or just like had a clear case in that. I wanted a much more presentable case in that, so I got one that actually had the case and had like actual case in the cover, and that is The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe. And I reviewed this on my channel, and I really like The Woman in Black. And then there's some special features here. There's a commentary with the director and screenwriter. There's Inside the Perfect Thriller Making The Woman in Black. And then No Fear, Daniel Radcliffe as Arthur Kipps. So, which, by the way, speaking of Daniel Radcliffe, this was one of his roles after he did Harry Potter. This was one of his roles he did after Harry Potter. Like, it was right after this came out in 2012, or 2013 or something like that. I think it was 2012. So right after he did Deathly Hallows Part 2. And I wasn't sure he would be able to do anything else outside of Harry Potter, because I only know him as Harry Potter. But he was really good as Arthur Kipps, and I will say, it was still kind of tough to see, to not get, you know, the fact that he was Harry Potter out of my mind throughout the whole movie. Still kind of tough on that, but he was really good in this movie. So yeah, I really like The Woman in Black. So that is it for this month's movie collection update video. Now if I get more, I'm thinking about just saving them for my collection update video in June. But I hope you guys really like this one. This is like probably my first big haul video within a while. Wait. Oh, wait a second. I got 2 more things I gotta show you. But there's something I forgot that I'm missing. Like, I don't know. Like, I need to check something. Like, hold on. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 7:30 p.m.
That's right. I got myself the Google Home Mini. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 7:37 p.m.
Hey Google, change my man cave light to blue.
Got it. Changing Joshua's man cave light to blue.
Hey Google, change my man cave light to white.
Okay, changing Joshua's man cave light to white.
So yeah, I really love the Google Home Mini. I only have a few gripes with it, but outside of that, it's really good. This is just so awesome, and I thank you guys for watching.